Yeah, well, I mean, for me, Peterborough has changed, albeit slowly, in the last 20 years in terms of the immigration experience that I had, or like the immigrants that I see that are coming, and the number of new Canadians that have come here, and like where they're from. So it has changed in a way that, okay, when I first arrived here in 1990, for example, I could spot somebody with dark hair 10 meters away from me and would ask them, where are you from? And either they would be from China or from Korea, but I think mostly from those countries. And yes, there will be Asians or maybe from India. Way back in 1990, it was very seldom that I would hear somebody that I'm from the Philippines. There was a very small Filipino community here, if you could call it that then, probably about 30 people, about 5-6 families. And now there's about 150, 180 in Peterborough that I know. So it has grown that way. And when I do go, let's say, to the mall, to the supermarket, I could see more dark-haired people than I used to in 1990, 1992, something like that. So in terms of what we call the visible minorityness of it, it has become more visible than 1990, but just a little bit. And it fluctuates as well. When it's during the school year, there will be more, you know, visibly new Canadians that, you know, we can identify, but just by the way, you know, how they look, how they dress. And I think something to do with Trent and Fleming being in session. But then, of course, there's more, I think, in the community. But we don't know that they are new Canadians until we start speaking to them, because a lot of them are still Caucasian looking, but they're from Eastern Europe. And that has also something to do, I think, with the history of who comes to Peterborough as new Canadians. So when I started working here at the New Canadian Center, it became clearer to me what the patterns were, what were the patterns, and who came and what time and why. So starting in '97, I got the picture that for sure the Peterborough community and area is heavily settled with Irish, Scottish, British, you know, European, old new Canadians. Then I think as of '93, '94, that's when Peterborough saw quite a significant number of Polish families that came from '94 to probably about even earlier than that, probably 1990 to about 1998. A lot of Polish families that came, something to do, I think, with what happened in Eastern Europe at that time. And then, of course, late 1990, the war in Kosovo happened, and Peterborough saw 15, 17 families that came here. And I think most of them have stayed. So I think where I'm going with this is whatever happens internationally, Peterborough gets affected. We are not an isolated, unique geographic region of Ontario. We do get our share of what happens internationally. Yes, and when, for example, we looked at the source countries of clients that came through to the New Canadian Center, it actually reflects the top 10 source countries to Canada. So if nationwide Canada identifies, for example, China as number 1, 2, India, 3, Philippines, South Korea, and the US, and so forth, the New Canadian Center statistics reflect that as well. It's I don't know if it's serendipitous that way, but I think that it's really by design, because it's who are most that are here, and then Peterborough gets its share of it.